Oops, wrong outfit. Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Song. I grew up in China. I came to New York City 14 years ago. I worked on the Wall Street for 12 years. Recently, I quit the job I worked for 12 years and made the decision to live the life I want. Today, I want to share with you a very unique aspect of my life. Animals. Do you love animals? Have you ever kept any pets? If your answer is no, then after watching this video, you will understand how much you missed out in your life. Let's start. Ever since I had a memory, I loved animals. I loved all kinds of animals, and they just draw my attention naturally. I cannot explain how. I just found them interesting, attractive, and beautiful. I wanted to keep all kinds of animals since I was a child. My family allowed me to keep fish. I started keeping fish when I was 5 years old, and I have never stopped. Even I went to boarding school, I tried to keep fish in my classroom, my dorm. Even when I came to New York City, the second month I googled where is the closest pet shop and where I can find fish and all kinds of pets. Then there we go, get back on track again. There is a very funny story from my childhood. In the neighborhood, there is a family who lives on the first floor. And on the ground level, there is a window through which people can see through their living room. And in their living room, there is a nice aquarium. They kept all kinds of fish like angelfish and betta fish, which I have never had at that time. And it was like a wonder to me. Every evening when I got home, after dinner, I usually play with the kids on the first floor. And every time when the family opened their curtain, I will notice that immediately and walk over, stick my face on the window and watch the fish. It was so embarrassing that sometimes the family had to close the window or ask me to leave politely. But it was really hard for me to move away. When I got my first scholarship in the graduate school, the first gift I bought myself is a 125-gallon tank. And when I found my first job, the first thing I bought for myself using the first paycheck is to order a customized 230-gallon tank online. That's very expensive. That was a fortune to me, and I never regretted it. Through the years in the United States, as my experience grew, I try to expand my territory to other types of animals. Right now, at my home, I have 5 reptiles, a couple fish tanks, and a dog. So what's special about animals? As a veteran of keeping animals, I do have some insights to share with you. First of all, keeping and watching animals is an aesthetic behavior. To me, animals are the artwork of the nature. They are just beautiful. Some of them have stunning colors. Some of them have really cool looks. Some of them have very interesting behaviors. It's hard to imagine that how we are having all kinds of animals through the Earth's history and right now. They always draw my attention. I can sit and watch them for hours. Just like when I was enjoying a very beautiful art piece. I can list points of why they are beautiful or attractive, but none of them matters. I just enjoy them naturally. I just find the beauty and I feel the joy when I watch them. Animals, just like plants, they're part of the nature. As humans, we all have this instinct to get close to the nature. Think about your memory of going to camping, tracks, or just to sit in the parks. What do you feel? Joy, peace, and love. We humans are also work of the nature. Our ancestor was born in the nature and lived in the nature. Our body is designed to live in the nature. When we lived in the city, in the concrete jungle for a long while and disconnected from the nature, we feel tired, we feel anxious, we feel exhausted. And when we go back to nature, we connect with the nature, we feel energized. Whenever I see the animals, whenever I feed them, take care of them, interact with them, I'm connecting with part of the Mother Nature. And that energizes me a lot. The pure peace, joy, and love is amazing. Keeping animals also have given me a lot of personal growth. To take good care of animals requires responsibility, it requires empathy, it requires observation, it requires care, and also it requires study. Through the years, my knowledge about animals has expanded more and more and more. And to keep them alive and healthy, I have to spend my time and effort to take care of them. My knowledge about animals has expanded through the years. I know more and more about them, and it's very interesting to reflect back to our own life. The more I know about them, the more I realize that humans and animals have so much similarity. We're not that different. And the more I know about their behavior, their surviving strategies, the more I reflect to myself and understand about my life, about what I want, about what is good for my life. Also, taking care of them is time consuming, it requires effort, and it's not easy. For example, my dog is senior right now. Every day, I give him medicine twice, I walk him at least twice, I feed him with food and water, and play with him a little bit, and give him treats. It all requires time. Sometimes there can be conflict, and that requires me to manage my time more efficiently and also never abandon my duty. It's a responsibility. The more I do that, the more I trust myself that I'm a responsible person. Every month, I do a major enclosure maintenance, which usually takes me half days. I always feel resistance to do it because I know it's a lot of work. However, when I started doing it, I feel so much fun. And especially after I did it, the beautiful look of my enclosures and the happy energy of my animals makes me feel so fulfilled. That feeling is so great. If you never had it, you missed out. And many animals have their different phase of life. For example, many fish looks colorless when they were young. Most fish will only have their color up when they get to adult. And watching a fish juvenile grow up to a stunning, beautiful, colorful adult fish is one of the most rewarding experiences I had in my life. To take good care of animals requires empathy as well. Because animals cannot talk, I need to understand their feelings, their health, their status by watching them. I pay much attention to details and I act quickly when I see something is wrong. By doing this over and over again, I became more and more sensitive to the feelings of animals, and that sensitivity in empathy can be easily transferred towards humans. Watching and keeping animals unveil the ultimate appreciation for life. Each animal is a life, no matter how big or small they are. Watching them growing, thriving, getting old, and dying is watching life cycle itself. The more observation I had, the more understanding of life I had. My life cycle is like that as well. Every life has the same beginning and same end. The difference is in between, that between now and my death, what I want to do. I begin to appreciate my own life so much. Life is the best gift one can have, and life is the most valuable asset. Understanding that, I know that I have no right not to love myself. I have no time to waste, and I have to live the way I want. So these are my thoughts about animals. I hope you enjoyed it. Before the end of the video, I want to ask you a few questions. Have you had pets? And what do you think about the animals now? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.